Lordy, salutations, buttercups. Sorry. I don't know who to get rid of. I'm going to say this one. Salutations. Grand Rising, my beautiful buttercups. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Sorry about that. Top of the morning. Happy Thirsty Thursdays. Thankful Thursdays. Let's think about it Thursdays. You know. Grand Rising. Hey, Ken's big sis. Yes, thank you, Ken. You as well, beautiful. Grand Rising, my beautiful lady, Ro. Top of the morning, sister squad. One dark and lovely. Top of the morning, top of the morning. Sarge in charge. All in unity. Grand Rising, my beautiful buttercups. Grand Rising. Whew. Salutations and welcome back to ButterFlii's Corner. How are you guys doing out here in the YouTube universe? I hope all is well with everyone. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome to another edition of Morning Table Talks down here to the ButterFlii's Corner. Good morning, my love. Salutations. Grand Rising on my beautiful buttercups. Y'all hit that free 99 like button. Please and thank you, okay? Hey, one awesome grandma. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Salutations, buttercups. Salutations. Baby. Buttercups. These are some real unserious times, okay? Top of the morning, Grand Rising, my beautiful living for me. Yeah, shout out to the sister squad. If y'all can please definitely keep our beautiful sister squad, Miss AKA, in y'all prayers. It would greatly be appreciated, buttercups. Yes. Top of the morning, Grand Rising. Buttercups. Is this distraction before destruction? Because what in the heck is going on? But we'll get into it at the 10-minute mark. Thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure y'all hit that free 99 like button, okay? Make sure y'all share, okay? Sharing is caring. Grand Rising. Happy Thirsty Thursdays, buttercups. Baby, we have made it, almost made it through this week, buttercups. We have almost made it through this week. And don't forget, Fridays, we do our pick me of the week, y'all. So look out for that on the community wall so y'all can give me y'all pick me of the week. So for tomorrow morning table talks, we can go ahead and lay them out. Okay, lay them out. Okay. Absolutely. Yes. Prayers going up for our beautiful Miss AKA. Top of the morning, Miss AD. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Sergeant Charge. Yes, y'all make sure y'all hit that free 99 like button, okay? We just waiting for the 10-minute mark. ButterCups, I just need to know though, is this distraction before destruction? Because what is going on? It's just too much going on. And some of it ain't making no bit of sense. I tell you that. Some of it ain't making a bit of sense. Thank you, ButterCups. Thank you guys so much. Grand Rising. Yeah, Thirsty Thursdays, ButterCups. Made it through, almost through this week. Is it me or did this week feel long? It could just be me. It could just be me. But that's the question this morning, ButterCups. Are we getting distracted? Because it's about to be real destructive out here. Oh, sorry about that, ButterCups. Anywho, Grand Rising. Thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure y'all hit that free 99 like button. But there's a lot going on, and I don't know. It gives me overplay for the underplay. It's like, why they got us looking over here? Because what, every time they got us looking over here, something be going on over there. And then by the time we figure it out, we screwed. I really feel like that, ButterCups. It's giving distraction before destruction. And they slowly leaking it to us, okay? Top of the morning, pretty Riri. Grand Rising, Gail Francis. But we're going to get into it, ButterCups, because we're going to just talk about a couple of stories that I feel like are trying to distract us for something. And it's making me nervous. It's making me be like, okay, well, where else do we need to be looking? Okay? Because this ain't really what they want us paying attention to. Is it? Hell no, it ain't. It can't be at all. It just can't be. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that. So I'm just trying to figure that out real quick. You know what I'm saying, ButterCups? But Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Thankful Thursdays. Happy Thankful Thursdays. Thirsty Thursdays. Think about it Thursdays. Okay. Because we didn't be thinking about it, ButterCups. But distraction before destruction. Some of these things going on out here, they ain't making out a bit of sense. Okay, we got the Tiny and the 50 Cent and the what's that boy name, King, and the Ti of it all. I feel like that's a whole distraction. Okay, we got the advisor to the president running plays for Nicki Tricky Dicky Minaj, going back and forth with Cardi B. Like, what is going on? And see, it's the buffoonery for me. It's the boolang lang. Okay. Girl, every day of the week. Shoot, that better be your wake and bake. That better be your wake baking so you can get it shaking, okay? Listen. Shoot, it's the every day of the week for us, baby. Every day. What? Tricky Dicky Nicki Minaj. You know what I'm saying? Tricky Dicky. Tricky Dicky. Tricky Dicky. Tricky Dicky. Okay? Cause she been real tricky all her goddamn life, okay? And she definitely diggy male identified. Listen, diggy tricky Minaj. For real. No though. Why is the government arguing with Cardi B? What is that? Gives me distraction before destruction. I don't know about y'all. Give me a one. Okay, let's vote it out, Buttercup. We're gonna vote it out this morning, okay? But anywho, we're at the 10-minute mark. The first story that I do want to do and get it out the way, because Everything else is kind of, mm. But news broke yesterday that reality star Mary Cosby's son, Robert Cosby Jr., unfortunately passed away from an alleged overdose. Unfortunately, TMZ broke the story, which I don't know how I feel about TMZ. I think they running distraction too, because I'm about to get on they behind too about something else. But anywho, they broke the story about Mary Cosby, Sr., Robert Cosby Jr. Um, unfortunately, no longer with us. TMZ did talk to Mary, and the family released a statement. Um, their beloved son, Junior, has been called home to the Lord. Though our hearts ache, we take comfort in God's promise and in knowing He is finally at peace. We are grateful. Grateful for your prayers and trust in the Lord to carry us through this time of sorrow. Robert passed away Monday in Utah. The cause of death is unclear, but police responded to a possible overdose, and it turned into a unalivened investigation upon arrival. So just want to send out prayers to Mary Cosby and her family. If you're familiar with Mary Cosby, she's from the Real Housewives um, of Salt Lake City, and her son's journey and his struggle with substance abuse has been documented on this show. And in fact, I believe he had just came home from serving some time from some trouble that he had got into. Um, Oh, my love, James. I might have to stroll up to see what you're talking about, but yes, I know that he had recently just got released, I believe, in early February from doing some time for some trouble he got into. Like I said, so this is just real unfortunate. So prayers definitely go to Mary and her family. A lot of us can understand and definitely empathize with her struggle. In fact, that became a unfortunate topic down here to this raggedy old love and marriage Huntsville sector at one point, um, or another, more than one point or another, unfortunately. So definitely send them prayers up. And if you or somebody suffers from substance abuse, um, I pray that you're able to get them help. But that is a journey that it is hard because it's something that that the person has to want to do themselves. You can only help them as much as they help themselves in that type of situation. Um, and dealing with somebody with substance abuse, it really does affect the family as a whole. So, and I know that Mary loved her son very, very much. You can tell how much she really loved her son. And that was her only child. That was her only child. So definitely just want to send up prayers to Mary and her family. Um, it's just an unfortunate situation. He's only 23 years old. He was a baby. He was a baby. He had his whole life ahead of him. It's real unfortunate. It's real dangerous out there now, guys, especially because um oh no. Mary wasn't locked up. That was Jen Shaw. My, that was Jen Shaw, mamas. No. Mary was the one that is allegedly out of a cult down there in Utah. But they just did a docu series on her. I don't know. Mary Cosby. Allegedly they accuse her of being in a cult, but that's a whole nother story for another day. But yeah. All right, Buttercups, moving along, moving along. That's why I want to do that first, because that, that's a really sad story. And we gotta move along because baby, we got a lot of other distractions going on before the destruction. So, Buttercups, this T.I. and Tiny and all of that and all of this, a mixy and a messy, right? It's giving me East Coast, West Coast vibes. And I'm not here for none of it. If you know, you know. We all know how that ended, and that did not end well. We lost some really great people. And we see the sufferation of it, okay? Because what the rap game and hip hop and all of this has turned into is a hot bucket shit mess. Excuse my language. A hot bucket, sugar, honey, iced tea mess, okay? So yeah, it's given that type of vibes because it's went real deep. Okay, it's going deep. We're pulling up, we're talking about deceased parents. We're now pulling out people's alleged rap papers. But I just swore that they just went through this whole thing with the Young Thug situation and him getting out of jail and calling Gunna a rat just for it to be exposed. He was sitting up in the goddamn office running his heebie-jeebies and on the goddamn phone calls from jail, running his goddamn mouth. I don't know, Buttercup. I thought this whole snitching thing was out the window, and I don't even know why. I don't even understand if it's valid or invalid. I mean, God darn it. Nobody wants to be caged up like an animal. I don't care how tough they act. And I don't know. It's just giving, this might turn into, because I think it's up and it's stuck. And my whole thing is, I think people is, I don't know. For me, it was real simple. It didn't even have to go this far, right? Because here where it all started. Here is where it all started. And I don't know how we got here. We gotta stop. And then we got, what, as a culture, we gotta stop too, because we pass this stuff along. Well, I'm not a bigger blog, so not me. I'm just a little itty bitty butterfly over in the corner over here, okay? I don't got the reach that these shade rooms and neighborhood talks and all these other bloggerations have, okay? But they just keep the foolery going. Much like Vibe magazine and Source magazine did back in the day with the East Coast, West Coast, and XXL, all them little magazines kept the nonsense going. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's giving that type of vibe because, everybody wants to show how tough they are. And it's done went low. And it went low, 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 low. How low can you go? How low can you go? They might as well, you know what I'm saying? They might as well just be doing it, okay? How low can you go? How low can you go? You know what? You right, bad girl, Riri. I'm just saying, my reach ain't, So I don't know. But it just give a distraction because I don't even understand. But like I said, it's giving me East Coast, West Coast vibe. I don't want no parts of it. Because, baby, it ain't a day go by I don't miss Tupac. And even Biggie. Just yeah, nah, I'm not interested in the food la la. So, and unfortunately, it's up and it's stuck. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Everybody laughing now. Everybody laughing now, talking about King One, King standing on business, King. All right now. Y'all done seen how this man play. Stop egging. First of all, I'm trying to think about, because I feel like this, and this is my opinion, allegedly. I don't know this to be fact, but this is my opinion. King is being fed this stuff to say. And at the end of the day, I want to know what grown man ain't got the balls that they want this young man to come out here and have. King is grown, but he's a young man compared to a 50 and his father. It ain't making no bit of sense to me. And all this information, these older rap fools in the game knew. So why are they facilitating it through this young man? See this is what I raised my sons to know. People will set you up to be the crash dummy. People will set you up to be the crash dummy. They'll laugh at you being the crash dummy, but when it gets serious, there ain't nowhere to be found. There ain't nowhere to be found. So I don't know, Buttercups, because like I said, it's getting a little bit too serious. And if y'all think 50 about to just let it ride, you playing with his mother, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's getting deep. And I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. But at the end of the day, all T.I. had to do was shut up about that damn verses. 50 say he didn't want to do it. Why are you, every interview, you still bringing it up? It didn't make no sense. And why you in the verse didn't even make no sense. Why wouldn't you want to do a verses with somebody like Ludacris or somebody? You and 50 Cent doing the verses, it didn't make no sense, no way. It just didn't, in my opinion. A T.I. and 50 Cent verse, it don't correlate. It just don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Well, I don't know. Y'all can say it's scared if you want, but at the end of the day, he said he didn't want to do it. Period. Yeah, T.I. been releasing songs every day now. Shoot, I believe he released another one yesterday. Last night, to be exact. I believe he released another one last night. But my thing is, I'm over it. I'm done. Okay. Yeah. Good job, King. Now let's move along. Because we got some serious stuff going on. That's why I'm like, is this distraction before destruction? Because we're in the hell. This is a whole nother distraction. I think people got some voting they need to be out here doing. Ain't there some Senate seats and ain't there some voting situations going on statewide? No, that's what I'm saying, Lady Rowe. T.I. he released a couple of songs. He just released another one last night. He probably released, but he done released like 3 songs at this point, from my understanding. What I gathered from what I was floating around, being newsy, the man done released 3 songs. Listen, the whole situation's corny. 50 Cent corny, the whole T.I. corny, the whole situation is corny. Everybody corny in the situation, if you ask me. The whole thing is corny. Period. So everybody need to move on. Everybody fired up. That's why I say, here we go. Everybody's loving it until somebody get hurt. That's all I'm saying. I think I've seen this before. Deja vu like a mole. I've seen this before. And everybody loved it until people started getting hurt. So to me, everybody need to go sit down some goddamn way. Period. That's it. That's all. One and done. See you later. Okay, everybody. Shit. Anywho, moving along. I think that's distraction. That's a distraction, Buttercups. I'm telling you. Now, this whole situation with the government and Cardi B, it's not making no sense. Yeah, Miss Eva Walker. See, that's why a lot of people, I'll tell you this. I was reading, you know what I'm saying? I was reading the room. Reading the room, as we like to say. Yes, go vote, okay? Absolutely, y'all. That's what I'm saying. Distraction. Distraction. We definitely need to make sure we paying attention. We be out there voting, Buttercups. Let's go. Okay. Okay. But that's the thing, because see, like I said, T.I. been mentioning this goddamn verses, and 50 Cent been said, I ain't with it. So the overplay for the underplay. Anywho, moving along, Buttercups. Y'all just proved my point talking about it's on this new album that nobody was checking for before all of this. Anywho, moving along, I digress. So this Cardi B and government situation is weird, right? Because first, an article came out about, okay, this is how this started. Article came out about Nicki Minaj and a couple other people being caught using this abort farm. Somehow, this advisor to the president decides to get on Twitter and somehow correlate Cardi B to the situation. Now, here's the overplay for the underplay for me. Nicki Minaj ain't bringing them the traffic that they want. Cardi B, I don't care what y'all say, love her or hate her. People can't help but to talk about her. That girl, when I tell you, it don't matter what she do, they're always gonna want to talk about her. So at the end of the day, I don't think MAGA don't feel like Tricky Dicky Minaj is bringing them the clout that they need. Because at the end of the day, why is the government entertaining so-called played out, over fucking dead, tied through and delayed rap beef that nobody cares about no more? This Tricky Dicky Minaj and Cardi B motherfucking bullshit nobody cares. Okay? But why is the government entertaining that and trying to correlate and throw Cardi B in the mix with the Boo Lang Lang? Okay? Now, after she done dog walked him down on Twitter, now all of a sudden all these articles are popping up. Oh, Cardi B had a fit at SNL because they wanted to do a Tricky Dicky Minaj joke. And if she did get upset, I would see why she got upset. Why do y'all keep attaching this girl to this girl? And remember, I just said that the other day, ButterCups. I said, unfortunately for Cardi B, Nicki has forever attached herself to her career. Because no matter what either one of them do, they're always going to attach this girl to Cardi B, no matter what. And vice versa. So what do they call that? Destiny swapping? I think they call that a destiny swapping, right? And I think that's what Nicki Minaj allegedly, rumor has it, word on the curve is. I don't know this to be fact, but this is just my opinion. That's what she did with Cardi B. She tried destiny swap with Cardi B because she was able to do it with Lil' Kim. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's my thing on that. So why is I don't and this is what I'm talking about. See, the garbage pail kids, aka the little unicorns, right? They talk about this girl playing chess and she trying to protect herself. So having the government get on Twitter and argue with Cardi B is her protecting herself. This is what y'all are calling chess. The distraction before the destruction. Baby, it's not making no sense. Right. But my thing is, why is the government entertaining it? That's wild. It's wild. And now they're just absolutely running a smear campaign. And I don't care what nobody say. If you pay attention to the timeline, how everything is happening, how everything happened, it's tracking. It's tracking. And it's kind of distraction before destruction. Because that's just another distraction. At the end of the day. Because it's clownery. Yeah, I just remember get out to vote, okay? So then we have that boo lang lang of a distraction. There was something else, y'all. Okay, ButterCups, listen. This is Melissa from Connecticut, okay? Yes, unprecedented times. It is. It's very much so unprecedented. Man, listen. Yeah, I know they have. I know they have. They got they had the hip hop police. I don't know if y'all familiar with them, but that was a branch. Allegedly. They That was a real. That's a real thing. The hip hop police. Yeah, yeah. Very much so. But then the CIA is allegedly, rumor has it, word on the curve is, I don't know how true this to be, I don't know this to be fact. They call that a part of the deep state, aka the swamp, aka no good for the American people. Allegedly, rumor has it, word on the curve is, that's what they say. Mm-hmm. Yep. Gotta follow the money, buttercups. Gotta follow the money. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You see, you wonder why they never ever found Jimmy Hoffa. Allegedly, rumor has it, word on the curve is, CIA. Yep. Yeah, I don't know. Allegedly, rumor has it, word on the curve is, I don't know how true that is. Follow the money. Top of the morning, Grand Rising, God. Blessed by God. Hope you're doing well this morning. But yes, buttercups. Distractions. These are all distractions, buttercups. Y'all just make sure y'all get y'all behinds out here in bold. Have y'all heard about what's going on with Benzino? Lord have mercy. Him and that baby mama. I think, did they end up getting married? I don't know. But I know they got a son together. They've been going through up and through. Now, this I don't think is a distraction. This is real sad because they're fighting over the custody of their son. And it's getting crazy. I mean, it's always been crazy with them. Because every other year they done popped up on the blogs with some wild stuff going on. Now, okay, they've never married. Okay, yeah, well, apparently, allegedly, rumor has it, word on the curve is Benzino got full custody of their son. Something happened with Althea where she lost everything, including her mental stability at one point because she lost her home, finance. She just went through a real bad financial hardship. And in the midst of that, Benzino um, was rewarded custody of their son. And fast forward, I guess a situation happened where she wanted to quote unquote do a wellness check on her son, who is in the custody of Benzino, and she went with Diamond, Diamond Nook, If You Buck. I know our favorite little theme song. That Diamond. Apparently, her and Althea are good friends, and she's the one who brought Althea to go to the child's bus stop, and Benzino is claiming that he was hit by a car. It's not funny. It's not funny because the child is involved. Because if you think about it, if you're showing up at the kid's bus stop, that means the kid is witnessing all of this chaos. And from the looks of it, have witnessed a lot of chaos and confusion, unfortunately. Um, so yeah. Buttercups, look, this is Melissa from Connecticut, okay? Yes, my love. Apparently, something happened at the baby bus stop. Benzino got custody of the son, and she was with Diamond from Crime Mob. And girl, it's just a mess. They don't went live. Diamond and Althea went live, and they're making all these accusations against Benzino. And okay, yeah, yep. Mm-hmm. That part right there, okay. Diamond, spilled some tea and went off and went in and saying he lying and ain't nobody hit her with the car. I don't know. He got a picture of himself in the hospital. And I was out laughing because the comments, baby, the comments was dragging. Like how you have a neck brace with no neck. That's not, baby. It's not funny, buttercup. It's not funny. It's not funny because all of this nonsense, baby. This is Melissa from Connecticut. Where is T? T, I think where's the fans at? I told your ass to get us some fan and listen, a whole cloud, girl. A whole cloud, okay? Mm. Baby, it's a mess, but like, That's a mess. Okay, it's a mess. I'm just praying for that baby. Okay, I pray in peace for. Okay, child. Oh, but man, this Melissa from Connecticut, baby. This Melissa from Connecticut. Shoot, I don't know what the hell. Girl, woo. Okay, listen. Not one is on his side. Yeah. Like I said, it's a real unfortunate situation. This is a lot deeper than, you know. Yeah, it's crazy. Grand Rising, my beautiful Miss Bugs. Grand Rising, Buttercup. Yes, Buttercup. I don't know. I don't know. It's a mess. That's a mess. It's a mess. A shame and a scandal, y'all. All right, Buttercups. Okay, let's just pray for that. Let's pray that they find peace, baby, because they just been going up and through and around for too many years now. I couldn't do it, Buttercups. I don't know how. I could not. I couldn't. You know, I thank the Lord that I ever so forgave my kid's father and just moved on and got over it and did not even, don't even trip over it. Don't think about it. Don't trip over it. Even when I think back, it don't judge up no old nothing. Baby, the way I could be like, what up, baby? And keep it moving. And you know what I'm saying? Even, man, shoot, girl, the way I'm so involved in now. I'll be praying people find that type of peace. Now I ain't gonna hold you, go in the midst. In the midst, okay? Okay, in the midst now. But baby, when you get to the other side, oh, it's such a relief. Oh, it's such a relief. And you just get grown and you get too old for the boo lang lang and the back and forth and the nonsense and the baby. I be thanking God when the day I was able to let God take over and me just do what I got to do and keep it moving. Because at the end of the day, baby, I ain't going to have to answer for him. I'm only going to have to answer for me. Okay. Me. So let me focus on me. Let me not carry that hurt. Let me not carry that pain. Let me not carry none of that. Okay, what it goes. Okay. Because I just couldn't imagine. And they've been going through it. But you know what? Everybody, different strokes for different folks, and everybody's story is different. From my understanding, Benzino really did a number on her. And like said, he took her for every penny, every dime she had. Like financially, he abused her. And I couldn't imagine, financially being abused. Actually, it may sound familiar, Buttercups. He financially abused her. He used the court systems to abuse her. Not only do she lose the roof over her head, but she loses the custody of her child. So as a woman, I could just only imagine. Mm-hmm. Grand Rising. No problem. Miss Bugs. Yeah, so I could just Mm, mm, mm. And that's the sad part of the situation. That's why I say it's not funny. Benzino, it's not funny. So let's just pray for that situation, Buttercup. Let's pray for that situation, baby, because our community definitely needs some healing in it. Definitely needs some healing, okay? Buttercups, Teddy Riley. A shame and a scandal, but I'm glad that he kept coming out and sharing his story. See, this is what helps the next generation be able to do it better when the older generation actually shares, what they went through and how to do it better. You know what I mean? So shout out to Telly Riley. Telly Riley, recently sat down and did an interview. And y'all know, if y'all know who Teddy Riley is, okay, guy, Blackstreet. He is the actually he's the inventor of the New Jack Swing era. Y'all remember the New Jack Swing era? Okay, we had the Keith Sweats, the guy, we had New Jack Swing era. We had, some good artists. Okay, y'all remember the New Jack uh Swing era? Y'all remember the sound. So Keith Sweat's album, Teddy Riley produced majority of that album. And he only got 1,500 ButterCups. Y'all know how platinum, multi-platinum Keith Sweat album is, right? And Teddy Riley, the genius that producer that he is, because he's produced a lot of music over the years. Like I say, he was, the inventor of the New Jack Swing era. I only got paid 1,500. 1,500. who be begging? Teddy Riley be begging, girl. My who you talking about, Benzino or Teddy Riley, girl? Yeah, Benzino is wild. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I was wondering what that girl seen her. When I seen that girl, I'm like, dang, she's a beautiful young lady. What she see in Benzino? Yeah, I think ain't she mad younger than Benzino? Girl, I be I don't know what these young girls be doing I don't know. Baby, I was confused on what she seen in them. I don't know. To each his own, though. To each beauty's within the eye of the beholder, but because I tell you that much. But yeah, Teddy Riley only got paid 1,500 for Keith Sweat's album that he touring off to this day and making money off of, and that went platinum. So you know what that means? That's millions of dollars. But this is what Prince and Michael Jackson was trying to tell these youngins about, you know. And there was artists before them that was trying to, got cut out the middleman. They getting ached and robbed for their intellectual property and for their genius. But to find out he only made 1,500, and y'all know the Keith Sweat's album is legendary. No, it wasn't Keith Sweat. It was Warner Brother. It wasn't Keith Sweat that owed him the money, but him and Keith Sweat were close. They were close. And I think when you're young and in business, and in that type of industry, them people, there's people behind that scenes that be trying to turn people against each other because they need to benefit from the person one way. And you know what I'm saying? So they be conquering and divided up in that industry. Baby, done heard too many stories about how they come in and they break these relationships up. And there be people that get in between these people, especially in a group when you're in a group. But they wasn't never a group. But Teddy Riley is a producer, and it definitely wasn't Keith Sweat's fault. Yeah, Keith Sweat was that makes sense. But like I said, this was young. This is because that first album, Teddy Riley was still like new into the business. But that's why it's important, Buttercups. Um, which I could say compared to the artists back then and to the artists now, I could say I'm proud of some of them because some of them really did. They got what Michael Jackson and Prince was trying to tell them. That basically cost them their life, I should say, i.e., allegedly. In my opinion, I don't know this to be fact or true, but I absolutely believe what Prince and Michael Jackson was trying to do played a part in them no longer being here with us. Yeah, Keith Sweat rolling in the money. I'm saying, listen, shoot, them songs still get played in movies. They got so many movie plays. They got commercial plays. They got all type of I'm saying? I believe there's a couple of singers, that done redid some Keith Sweat joints too. And don't forget, he was also in that group they had real quick with him, Johnny Gill, and Gerald Levert. LSG wasn't that what it's called? LSG. So yeah, I did hear he's a shrewd businessman. I did hear that. Mm-hmm. Y'all remember Lisa Wu was married to him. I believe she said he's not really a nice person. I've heard a couple of people say that he's not really a nice person. Um, and he's kind of anal. Allegedly, rumor has it where in the curve is. I don't know, but Lisa Wu said it was like living in the prison. I don't know. If I remember correctly, she said that man was abusive, yes, and controlling. And, that's a big part of being abusive. Buttercups. Oh, speaking of vote, okay, Buttercups, there's a lot of things y'all need to be voting for, okay? Even though I'm Melissa from Connecticut, Connecticut ain't too far from that good old, city over there. It's all New England. New Edition has been nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So if y'all get a chance, y'all mosey on over to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and y'all go ahead and vote. Okay, the original Bad Boys of R&B. Well, Bobby Brown is really the original boy, but New Edition is New Edition. Okay, y'all head over there and vote for New Edition, please. Yeah, well, you know what? I think you can still celebrate his music, but and like Teddy Riley said, it wasn't really a Keith Sweat situation. It was the music company, the middleman. And they're gonna take it off the top, the middle, the end, the back, wherever they can get it at, they're gonna squeeze it. And if they can play you, they're gonna play you. So that's one thing I will say. Teddy Riley said he did say that it was yes, okay. Shout out to New Edition, baby. Y'all head over there and vote for them, okay? Let's get them hometown boys, okay? They on tour right now. They doing a big one with Tony Braxton and Boyz II Men. Y'all go on over there and vote, okay? Yep. Yes. Absolutely. He would not release the children to be on the show. I remember that. 'Cause I remember it was something where, the other ex-husband, Ed Hartwell, really came in there and stepped up because I think allegedly, if I remember correctly, it was presented like he was still terrorizing her in a sense. Hold on, Buttercups. All right, Buttercups. I gotta go. I love y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the rest of y'all Thirsty Thursdays. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Yeah, Buttercups. I think this is a lot of distraction going on before the destruction. Please don't forget to get out and vote today, y'all. Um, it's very important that we pay attention to our state level representation and what they're doing in our states as well as being represented in Washington. So, it starts at home. We got to sweep around our own front door and then work our way up. But we definitely got to pay attention to the things that oh, yes. Thank you, Sergeant Charge. Baby, we're going to have to say that for Friday's morning table talks, okay? We will definitely get into that. Yes, baby. Yes, yes, yes. But I did not hear about Anita Baker and Sage. Listen, I'm going to have to go look that up, okay? Because y'all know, baby, if y'all don't know about Anita Baker, baby, the way she got into a draggation with Babyface a couple of years ago down to the Twitter. Listen, Anita Baker be on the Twitter, okay? Listen, she be on the Twitter going in. Okay, listen, Anita Baker, baby. But I'm definitely about to look into that. And I forgot, yes, Miss Nene Leakes got her a new boo, baby. Bling, bling, bling. Bitch, she's mad. I know I love that. That was my thing, okay? If you didn't know, I loved when she dropped that. Bling, bling, bling. It's a man, okay? I used to play that all the time, okay? That song Nene did, okay? But anyway, Buttercups, yeah, we'll talk about that tomorrow morning, okay? Your girl got to go. I love y'all. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Thursday. And yeah, distraction before destruction, Buttercups. And please make sure you keep your head on the swivel, okay? Keep your head on the swivel and stay on y'all square. I love y'all. Maybe I'll get a chance to come back later today. Thirsty Thursdays? Okay, Buttercups, let me see what I can finagle, okay? Let me see what I can finagle. Just keep your notifications on. That's all I'm going to say. Keep your notifications on and they'll see what I can do, all right? Happy Thirsty Thursdays. I love y'all. In the meantime, in between time, remember to what? Smile, and the world smiles with you. It's the most simplest, kindest gesture that you can offer anybody, and it's a universal language. No matter what country you come from, what language you speak, everybody understands a smile. All right, Buttercups? So always remember that. It's just a small, kind gesture. You never know how your smile might brighten up the next person's day, okay? And please, Buttercups, stay on your squid and keep your head on the swivel. All right? Mm-hmm. Keep your notifications on. Please make sure you hit that free 99 like button. And don't forget to share your girl out, okay? Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend because sharing is caring. And we are still trying to get to our 3,000 subscribers. All right, Buttercups, by the end of this year. So I love y'all. Mwah. Love, light, and butterflies. See you guys on the upside. Yes, yes, yes.